这样子发现咱们创业。对了，对，我这才。
Buddy, what a great way to see the house. I've just sort of traveled to uh Easterville corner and back today, so I apologize, I'm a little bit late here. First order of business tonight is going to be the public hearing. So we'll call the public hearing meeting 7 p.m. on the 9th of March 2026. First, supporting material for variation number 1019-2026, lot 1, plan 875, PLTO, North Division 300, Mystery Lake Road, to consider the construction of a business sign built to exceed the maximum sign surface area of 108 square feet by 200 square feet in commercial downtown zone. Go to administration. Right?
That's exactly word for word. Yeah, Patterson Sign Outdoor Advertising as the applicant has submitted variation application to construct business sign to exceed the sign surface area feet to 200. The planning act posted to 14 days. With all the properties within 100 meters, and nothing has been received or
Okay. Thank you. So at this time, we're going to receive presentations in support of the sign. Whoever's in support of the sign, if they want to make a presentation, please come up to the desk, give your name and address and your presentation on whether and acknowledge your support, please.
Thank you very much. May I hand out documents to everybody? Should be enough there to go around. Thank you. I'm Jeff Inchin from Patterson Outdoor Advertising. And I'm from Unit 101 Portage Avenue East, Winnipeg, Manitoba. I started anytime.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm here with the landowner R2 Capital Partners, who I believe is online, in support of this project, for a variation of advertising sign to 200 square feet. As per the documents you'll find on the right-hand side, there's a mock-up of the proposed billboard on the property, as well as an aerial view. On the left-hand side is engineering diagrams, as well as a site survey of exactly where it would be positioned on the property. As you can see, it's actually less than 200 square feet, but 200 square feet is the industry standard for both art and as well as the technology. And that is why we are asking for the variation today. A sign that is smaller than 200 square feet. Actually, if you refer to the Transportation Association of the guidelines on digital signs, could be deemed unsafe, where this is the safe size as well. And that is my presentation in support. I'm here for any questions.
Thank you. Is there any comments from?
Yeah. Thank you for your presentation. Is this actually what the sign is going to look like?
That is exactly it, yes.
I like it. I think it's going to be a position to the corner.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Saul?
Yeah, thank you. And I share his comments. I think it'll look great on there. The advertising will be exclusively for businesses in the mall.
No, it will be a full advertising sign, a billboard per se. So anybody can advertise on the billboard within Ad Council standards of Canada. So.
Okay, so hopefully everyone there. Okay, good. Yeah, it'll look great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your courtesy.
So I have a question, is it gonna rotate or is it just gonna stay?
It is a static advertisement that rotates every 6 seconds. But there's no movement or animation at all. We believe that safety is of utmost importance with this technology, and that is deemed to be the safe way to use the technology. So it is a solid image similar to a PowerPoint presentation. And then after 6 seconds, the next ad appears. There's no transition or effects or anything like that.
Oh, no, the screen, I mean.
Oh, like, does it physically
Yeah.
rotate? No, it does not physically rotate. It is pointed in one direction.
Thank you.
I just want to caution us as counselors that we aren't here to decide tonight. We're here to ask questions, not in favor of. We're here to listen to the public. Thank you. Counselor Wong, did you have your hand up?
Yes, thank you, madam. Just a quick question, 10 by 20, so 200 square feet.
Yeah, 200 square feet, yes, 10 feet tall by 20 across.
How high is this?
The overall height would be 30. So there'd be 20 feet clearance below the sign, and the very top 10 feet is the sign.
Is it too small? Is it a standard size?
That is the standard size, both for the industry as well as the advertising design industry, like the coffee sign.
It looks like small to me. It means you can't put a lot of message.
In all honesty,
You're able to-
at, well, generally for billboards to be effective, 6 to 8 words as a message is usually deemed to be the appropriate size.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Counselor Chong, you're on Zoom. Do you have any comments, questions?
I don't think so.
Counselor Chong's having some technical challenges there. Are you okay, Counselor Chong, with the conversation that has happened? Shake your head.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your time.
Is there any other representation for?
Someone on Zoom.
Oh, somebody on Zoom.
So Spencer, I believe, or two.
That would be the landowner.
Spencer, it's your turn to talk. You have something to say.
Just making sure, can you guys hear me and see me on there?
We can hear you, we can't see you.
I was trying to raise my hand on there. I don't know if it was showing or not, but yeah, I'm just here in support of the sign.
Okay,
Thank you.
anyone else in the audience that heard his support? Seeing none, any representation to objecting to the sign? Please come forward. Anyone in the audience that's objecting? Third and final, any objectors to this one? Seeing none, call for adjournment. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, Councilor, so all in favor? Thank you very much. Call this regular meeting of council to order on March the 9th, 2026 at 7:10 p.m. I'd like to acknowledge that we are in Treaty 5 territory and the city of Thompson is located on the ancestral lands of Nisquamish Cree Nation. We respect the spirit and the intended treaties and treaty making and remain committed to working in partnership with First Nations, Inuit and Métis people in the spirit of truth, reconciliation and collaboration. I'd like to welcome everybody this evening to City Hall. So it's always nice to see a crowd. And one of the things, our first things we're going to do tonight is we have citizen of Thompson that I knew was here already when I came 54 years ago, when I was electrician by trade and knew him and his partners, and so I'd just like to say welcome to Nick DiVirgilio, one of the backbones of the city of Thompson for many years. So Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Mayor and Council, it is my great honor to present the key to the city of Thompson to Nick DiVirgilio. The key to the city is one of the highest recognitions we can bestow. It is reserved for individuals whose dedication, leadership, and commitment have made a lasting and meaningful impact on our community. Nick has exemplified that what it means to serve with heart through many years of volunteerism, community leadership, tireless efforts behind the scenes. He has strengthened the fabric of our city. He has built connections when they were needed most, supported initiatives and businesses together. He brought people together, consistently showing up, not for the recognition, but because he believed in the community. His contributions have paved the way for future volunteers and leaders. He has demonstrated that community service is not just about giving time, but about building pride, opportunity, and bringing belonging for everyone. Tonight, we recognize not only Nick, what Nick has done, but the spirit in which he has done it, with generosity, humility, and unwavering commitment. Nick, on behalf of many of Mayor and Council, and on behalf of our grateful community, it was my pleasure to present you the key to the city. I would like to just say that my personal experiences over the years, just with Nick through a working relationship years ago, and then through the bowling community, all my children were from the 54 down to 40. They came through the old bowling alley, as we called it, and you were always there as part of it, helping and out there. And when you got your masters and that, you were a pride to the community, to all of northern Manitoba for what you did. And as the Lions and the Lions Journey for Sight, you were always out there. You were always our greatest supporter for the Lions Journey for Sight, which went on for like 20 years up here. And it's definitely been my pleasure. Even Lions Bingo, you were the heart of the Lions Bingo. I know I had the opportunity to work the canteen many years, and that money again went to the Wapanek Breakfast School program, Lions Journey for Sight, and other charities that we work. So you have made it possible for those of us that were working with other institutions and children and adults, seniors alike, to make this town and what it is, and we're very proud to present you the key. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Nick. Well deserved.
But you want card?
Thank you. That's the-
Appreciate Thanks so very much.
All right, the audience, Nick's family's all here. And my kids all safe. It takes a lot of us to make people look good. So Nick's definitely appreciative of all the family, and we are appreciative of all you all do for our community. So thank you very much. Right down to the youngest one.
Great granddaughters, right?
Great
there.
grandchild.
Yeah.
You got me.
Here.
Come here. That's your papa.
Okay, there we go.
Somebody should take a picture of him off of there.
Take a picture.
How big is that?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate
Well,
it.
thanks very much. I appreciate it. I've been in this town maybe over 60 years now.
So, and 3 years ago, I was chosen as Hall of Fame for sports. And I had to go to Edmonton. And I had Ryan O'Callaghan had to drive me because I could drive. My knee's not very good anymore. But he took me to Edmonton. We had about 400 people there. The reception. It was to the national. And they presented me with all of it. That was
Well, as we're starting to work on our wall of fame at PRTC, I'm sure you're going
I
to
was
be part of that too.
I've done a lot of work in Thompson. I'm still doing it. And now I'm working towards the park, Paint Lake. Bliss Lake Park. We'll start doing fundraising for that. We had fundraising on the Valentine's Day at the bowling alley. I donated a lot of stuff there. Tried to raise the park for the kids. So Thompson, I done as much I could.
I'm glad you're expanding your life. Thank you, Nick. And I'm a little bit blind these days, so. Anyway, we have just absolutely all kinds of things going on. When I was actually middle of the Winter Games the other day, we got a text that we've had some more great news for Thompson. So it was from Fire Chief Benson, and so what it is we had our fire department delivered a baby. So at home, and got everybody safe to the hospital. So I just want to we want to acknowledge what there is, and I saw it many years ago, and it is a stork pin to show that our own firefighters are the stork that brought the baby into this world. So anyway, it's for your swift response and compassionate care as part of the Thompson Fire and Emergency Service in assisting with the safe arrival of a baby boy. Welcome one of the Thompson's newest citizens. So we're each of the members that were there are going to receive their stork pin. So I'm going to call on Tyler Perry. Dan, sure, let me massacre. Brennan Salamanca. Olive Courtney. Eric Campbell. And Dylan Goldsmith. Oh, I come down.
That'll be 5 and 5, so we'll split up, what, 2 and 3?
Anyway, Captain Campbell, did you have anything that you'd like to say?
No, it's just a great honor. It's something that we take great pride in, right? We look to serve every citizen of Thompson that we can, and in this case, we got to serve 2 and welcome 1 into the world, and everyone was safe and healthy. So that's just something that we take great pride on at the end of the day. So thanks for having us. This is I've received a few of these, but this is the first actual recognition from yourself and council on it. So it's great. It's great to be here.
If we don't know, we can't help.
Absolutely,
When we know, we definitely want to celebrate.
Absolutely.
And write down, so today we're celebrating one of the elders of our community that's been here for 60 years. And a new member that you have brought into the world to be the citizen of Thompson. So
Absolutely.
thank you very much. I'm just gonna hand out your pins. See who I have here.
Oh, wonderful.
Dan. Oh, you're right. I was waiting if I just, we'll plan them out, you guys can sort them out later, how's that?
Yeah, sounds great.
Then we don't. Anyway. Chief, did you have any words?
No, I mean, other than this is a tradition that's been going on for a few years and I'm going to continue it. So just took the start pins, you got blue for white and red pins for zero. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You can keep that, yeah, you'll get that to him when he gets back.
Okay,
Perfect.
so a round of applause.
No.
These folks have served us through Thompson. We're last few years, overabundance of ambulance calls. They worked overtime. They worked last year through the wildfires. They were stepped up to the plate and went above and beyond and just do it absolutely every day so that we can remain safe as a community. So we're very proud of our Thompson Fire and Emergency Services. So thank you all for that you do.
Thank you.
This is the way we should start every council meeting. folks.
Right,
Do more.
right, right.
Look at that.
Okay, next I'm gonna go for an approval of the agenda. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, Councillor Saw, all in favor? Carried. Adoption of minutes. Hey. Yeah, nobody has to stay. You're very welcome to stay and visit. Right now. We haven't locked the door. Thank you all for coming. It's so much appreciated.
Yeah.
Mary, it's good to see you. Thank you. Yes.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank
Nick.
you. Our
Thank you,
pleasure.
but I think I should go through it. I will hurt them to stand at time and the stairs.
And if you're not doing it too much, October is election time, so you can always be sitting among us.
I will see what I can do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Oh, he's as old, there's not that chairs over there.
Thank you, everybody, fellow councilors, that was, definitely great. So next we're going into adoption of minutes, 5.1. This minutes from the regular meeting of council, February 20th, 2026. Resolution 2026-050, moved by Councillor Saw maybe, and seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held in council chambers, City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba on Monday, February 23rd, 2026 be adopted as circulated. Administration,
Nothing further.
Councillor Saw, is that your signature that moved it?
That's important, no. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Any other councillors' comments? Just also to mention, we have Councillor Chong on Zoom this evening. With that, I'll call to the question. All those in favor? Carried. Opposed? Carried. It just goes with the day that my family. Mhm. 5.2 is adoption of minutes for committee of the whole, March 2nd, 2026. Resolution 2026-051, moved by Councillor seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of council held in Council Chamber City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba, on Monday, March 2nd, 2026, be adopted as circulated. Administration,
Nothing further.
councillors? Call for question, all those in favor? Carried. Next, we're going into resolutions. Resolution 6.1 is a resolution to approve the variation order number 1019-26, lot 1, plan 875 PLQ, North Division, 300 Mystery Lake Road. Resolution 2026-052, moved by Councillor Saw, seconded by Councillor Valentino. Whereas the city of Thompson is in receipt of variation order application number 1019-26, 300 Mystery Lake Road, lot 1, plan 875 PLTO, North Division, for the following. The construction of a business sign built to exceed the maximum sign surface area of 108 feet square to 200 square feet in a commercial downtown zone. And whereas under the provisions of the Planning Act, a public hearing has been held to hear the representations for and against the variation order. Now therefore be it resolved that council approve variation order number 1019-26-300 Mystery Lake Road. Good administration. Danny?
I'll take this one. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, so under the Planning Act, a variance application was submitted to the, to our city. The property, was posted and notices were provided as per the Planning Act. As well, notices were given to all the utility companies, Stitco, Hydro, MTS, TFBS, and Public Works. To date, no, comments were received either for or against. A public hearing was, scheduled and occurred earlier this evening. We had 2 parties speaking in favor and 0 parties against.
Thank you. Councillor Saw, the mover.
The only thing I'll say is that, as I said before, I support, I think it would be a great addition. I'm glad to hear that it's open to other businesses in the community for, potentially, promoting, as well as probably local clubs and so on. I would think they also have that opportunity, and I'm glad that they, factored in the safety part when it comes to static. Picking up the signage, so yeah, I'll say I'll be supporting it. Thank you.
Thank you. Other comments from councillors? I definitely think as our councillors have noted that it's bringing us into the next century for signage in Thompson, and a positive step forward. So with that, seeing no more comments, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Carried unanimously. Thank you. Six point two is a resolution authorizing administration to enter into the contribution agreement between the province of Manitoba and the from the ground up youth programming funding. Resolution 2026, pardon me, 053, moved by Councillor Valentino, seconded by Councillor Wong. Whereas the city of Thompson has been approved for 2025-26 provincial funding in the amount of $100,000 through the For Ground Up Safe Healthy Communities for all programs to support youth programs. And whereas the intent of the 2025-26 funding is to primarily support new programs or enhance existing programming in the city of Thompson. Now therefore be it resolved that council authorize administration to enter into the project contribution agreement with the province of Manitoba in the amount of $100,000 through from the ground up strategic partnership fund to support operation of new or enhancing existing youth programming at the TRCC. Anthony?
Yes, the city of Thompson received similar funding last year. As it's noted, it has to be towards new programming or enhancing an existing program. It can be at the city as well as any of the clubs or different entities around the community that would qualify. So the recommendation from administration is to authorize us to sign this agreement, and then we can start identifying the programs that will receive this new round of funding.
Thank you. Councillor Valentino?
Yeah, thanks, Mayor Smook. I mean, clearly I'm gonna be supporting this. This is a great thing, and you know, sometimes we get a little bit too caught up in the $48 million wastewater pipes, or you know, millions of dollars into a pool, but 100,000 for programming for our youth is just as important. So I think this is great. We saw how busy the TRCC and our youth was, especially this last week. So if we can keep that momentum going, I think this is great. Definitely supporting it. Thank you, Mayor Smook.
Thank you. Any other comments, Councillor? Councillor Wong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Is it possible, can I refer someone then if allowed?
Yeah, if you have a club that you think might qualify, refer them to our director, Sonia Wiseman. She will then take their information. It has to be approved by the province, whichever program, but she'll do that.
I think me and the mayor have some pretty inquiry.
Just keeping in mind, it has to be new or enhancing existing.
Possible. Thank you.
Any other councillor comments? Seeing none, this is definitely a great contribution to our city. A year ago, when we got the first funding, Noel DePape from the province that talked to me about it said, once we got the first funding, it would be ongoing funding. So this is nice to see that so far that, you know, our second year, and we've obviously have to support it and do right by it, and we will be continuing on to get it. So definitely great news for the youth of our city. With that, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Next is a resolution to authorize the administration to enter into a funding agreement between Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries and the city of Thompson for the Thompson Community Safety Officer Program. Resolution 2026-054, moved by Councillor Saw, second by Councillor Valentino. Whereas the Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries Corporation confirmed $110,000 on funding to the city of Thompson for the 2025-2026 Thompson Community Safety Officer Program. Now therefore be it resolved that council authorize administration to sign the funding agreement between Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries Corporation and the city of Thompson for $110,000 to award the 2025-2026 Thompson Community Safety Officer Program. Administration.
Kind of self-explanatory. This one's coming a bit late. We have to, if council enters into this agreement, we have to get it done before the end of March so that these dollars flow, and then we're expecting more funds in the next provincial fiscal year.
Thank you. Councillor Saw?
Yeah, thank you. I'll be supporting this, of course. I mean, I wish that there was more, of course. I think we all do. The reality is that this program costs a lot more than 110,000, even though I'm grateful that we have seen a stark increase to provincial funding back in 2022-23. It still needs to be more. So I'm hopeful that we will continue to push to get more. Safety, especially in the downtown area, continues to be one of the foundational issues, not just now and past, but going forward. But yes, I will be supporting this, and my hope is that we keep trying to lobby for more. Thank you.
Thank you. Any Councillor Wong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a clarification, did we get the clarity for the advertising part?
Yeah, so in terms of any social media posts that have to do with community safety officers, they do have to reference liquor lotteries, but the rest of the website, anything non-safety officer related will not have to reference that.
Is that a good thing?
Goes with the
In a
funding.
way, indirectly promoting MLCC, right?
Can't remember the tagline, it's in the agreement, but yes.
Okay.
Anything that's CSO related. And it has to show a line in our financial statements.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Comment? Yes, this, contribution, is definitely compared to what is spent in our liquor and lotteries up here is a drop in the bucket, but, thanks to Sonia, we have, raised it from approximately 15,000 to 110,000 in a few years, so our foot is in the door. And, the Justice Minister, Lee was up here this past, weekend, and, we toured him around, and he toured the courthouse and different things, and we had a definite talks, and they're definitely very supportive and recognize that Thompson does need more, dollars, so we will be continuing our conversation. With that, call to the question, all those in favor? Carried. Six point four is a resolution to approve waiving 50% of the fees for the Thompson Crisis Community Center Family Event. Resolution 2026-055, moved by Councillor Valentino, seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that the city of Thompson approve the waiving of 50% of the rental fees in the amount of $400.88 for the Thompson Crisis Community Family Event scheduled for May 30th, 2026 at the Bill Kamaski Wellness Center. And be it further resolved that the waiver be applied in accordance with the city's waiving a fee policy. Administration.
Now, this was discussed at last week's committee of the whole with the recommendation that it come forward for approval tonight.
Councillor Valentino.
I'll be supporting this. I think they followed the process for the 50% policy, so I have no problem supporting it. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other comments? Yeah, the Crisis Center is a very important entity in our community, and all that we can do to support them. Minister Bernadette Smith was here last week and toured the Wellbriety and the Crisis Center and that, so that they're also kept in the province's coffers and kept up to date on what's happening. So this is just a little part on our part to help them out. Call to the question, all those in favor? Carried. Six point five is a resolution authorizing administration to enter into a partnership with Manitoba Kuwano Okamak MKO to provide a music festival. Resolution 2026-056, moved by Councillor Valentino, seconded by Councillor McIver. Whereas MKO is planning a music festival to be held on July 18th, 2026 at the CA Nesbitt Arena in Thompson, Manitoba. And whereas the event will showcase Northern Manitoba's musical talent and provide an opportunity for residents and visitors from across the north to gather for a day of live music, cultural celebration, and community engagement. And whereas MKO has requested that the city of Thompson consider entering into a partnership to support the event, either through financial contribution or in-kind support, such as waiving facility rental fees. And whereas council recognizes the value of supporting initiatives that promote art, culture, tourism, and community well-being within the city of Thompson. Now therefore be it resolved that council authorize administration to pursue a partnership with MKO for the July 18th, 2026 musical festival at the CA Nesbitt Arena. And be it further resolved that administration, be directed to negotiate the terms and of such partnership, including consideration of financial support and or in-kind contributions, such as facility rental fees, waives, and to report back to council with details and any associated budget anticipating the final approval. Administration,
No, nothing further.
Councillor Valentino.
Yeah, I'll be supporting this tonight, Mayor Smook. I have no further comments.
Yeah, any other comments? Okay, I think this is a great initiative for Thompson. On July 18th last year, we were sort of full blown in the wildfire, so we hope that we're not this year, so that all the North can come in to celebrate this. And MKO is definitely putting a lot of the heart, soul, and support into this, so we appreciate them for including us in this endeavor. With that, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Six point six is a resolution endorsing the Thompson Chamber of Commerce. Oh, sorry,
I'm just gonna declare a conflict of interest on this.
Okay.
Thanks.
Councillor Valentino is declaring conflict of interest. Resolution 2026-057, moved by Councillor Saw, second by Councillor Wong. Be it resolved that the city of Thompson endorse the resolution submitted by the Thompson Chamber of Commerce requesting the Minister of Health Services and Long-Term Care, the province of Manitoba, relocate the CEO and main administration office to the Northern Regional Health Authority, Thompson, by October the 1st, 2026. And be it further resolved that administration be directed to forward a letter of support to the minister accordingly. Administration.
Yeah, the Thompson Chamber of Commerce made a presentation last week at the committee of the whole requesting this from council. So it's now council's opportunity to debate and either support or defeat.
Thank you, Councillor Saw.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be supporting this. You know, it's a resolution that speaks very much to the realities of the operations of the Northern Regional Health Authority. The reality is that the head office, in my opinion, at least, should never have been relocated in the first place. As I mentioned last week, one just has to look at the connectivity that Thompson has in the north. We have between, I believe, 85% of all travel goes through Thompson. It's always been a natural place to have the head office of the Northern Regional Health Authority. So I do thank the chamber for pushing this forward. And I 100% believe that the head office should be here in Thompson. So I will be supporting this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Comments from other councillors? Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, will also be supporting this as, and I agree with Councillor Saw. I don't believe that, in my opinion, the bond for the fund isn't north, but the government sees it another way. I mean, we are the hub of the north. Everybody, as you said, everybody goes through here. It makes more sense. We have the busiest hospital, we have the most outlying areas, so it's just, to me, it's a natural fit. And I will be supporting this.
Thank you. Any other councillor comments? Yes, so as basically the busiest hospital in the north, that we are advocating for a new hospital also for. And the fact that we have rail, road, air, the number of air ambulances that are, located in Thompson, just the size of our Thompson Fire and Emergency Services and that support the hospital. It definitely would make sense that their headquarters was in Thompson, so we will continue to push alongside. Councillor McIver.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm in agreement with this too, and just to say that we're moving things down to the south. Same with NCI, used to be here, now everything's down south. NCI used to be for the trappers in the north to get communication and that, but everything's down south now, so I don't know how that works, but I'm in agreement with this too. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think also, as you speak, I'm thinking of now that we're recognizing Crossway and Norway House and the size of them and putting more services into there, that they're also in close proximity and we're the central location. So with that, call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. And somebody else, Councillor Valentino, to return, please. Thank you, Councillor Valentino, just to let you know the resolution did pass. 6.7, a resolution to approve accessibility customer service policy. Resolution 2026-058, moved by Councillor Shaw, second by Councillor Wong. Be it resolved that council approve the accessibility customer service policy. Administration.
Yeah, so we were reached out to by provincial agencies on some of our policies being a bit outdated. And they had to be brought up to the current standard to meet regulations, so they sent us copies of the City of Dolphins and I believe one other organizations. Tammy worked on them to align them with what the current requirements are. Those have been reviewed by the province of Manitoba. They said that they would now be compliant. So tonight, we're asking that you approve the new accessible customer service policy. And then letting council know that there'll be further accessible policies coming forth in the next few months.
Thank you. Councillor Shaw.
No, nothing I'd accept this, thank administration for updating the policy based on the new set of requirements. I'll be supporting it, thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Valentino.
Thanks, Mayor Smith. I'm gonna be supporting it also, but I think we should also track what kind of expenses or costs some of these things are costing us. It's fine for the province to say as a municipality, you have to have accessible standards and follow training and policies, but they need to get some skin in the game with maybe some grant funding or resources for municipalities to do all that they want us to do. So as we move forward with more accessibility things, I think we need to ensure that we're tracking a dollar cost also. Thanks, Mayor Smith.
Thank you. Councillor Wong.
I agree with Councillor Valentine. Also, how often do we need to update this policy? Is there a time frame every 2 years or just whenever they want?
I believe whenever regulation changes, so we'll hear from them when they want something changed.
Anyone else? Definitely, you know, we try to follow, keep updated on these policies as they come out. And they do change as well. And thank you, Councillor Valentino, for bringing up tracking the costs. I do believe that was a good idea. So with that being said, call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Six point eight, emergency medical response and transport services agreement between Shared Health and the City of Thompson. Moved by Councillor Valentino, or resolution 2026-059, sorry. Moved by Councillor Valentino, seconded by Councillor Long. Now therefore be it resolved that City Council authorize entering into emergency medical response and transport service agreements between the City of Thompson and Shared Health Administration.
This has probably been the most difficult agreement in my entire time at the city to negotiate with the government. We started trying it back in 2019. Then we went through, I'd say, about 2 years to get to this point. I believe it fulfills all of council's directives and the desires of the department on what this new structure of the department will be and what the funding would look like, bringing us up to parity with City of Winnipeg and other entities across the province. So long, hard fight to get here, but I think it's finally council's decision, your support or against.
Thank you. Councillor Valentino.
Thank you, Mayor Smook. I'm gonna be supporting this tonight. I'm super happy that through some patience and guidance, we were able to get this here today. I do have a couple of comments. I'm gonna be nice about it because I wasn't the nicest person to get to this for tonight with our friends in Winnipeg. So section 18.3, I do have a question. What are they saying that we have to publicly acknowledge funding by the authority in a manner mutually agreed upon? Like, do we have to do that? Do we have to publicly thank them or anything like that? Cause
I
it's
assume
something
it
on the
would mean something along with a joint press release or
Okay.
whatever that sort of acknowledgement would be. And then I'm sure the grant would be, or the funding would be recorded somehow in our financial statements, but that's my impression. I didn't have the impression that they wanted anything else.
Okay, can I follow up? Thanks for that. I do appreciate, I know in Schedule A that I had brought that up before where they didn't identify outside of our primary service area, they just kind of left it blank. So I appreciate that, at least they've identified actual places and with the halfway to Nelson Oaks, that's interesting, and the halfway to Gillum. But at least they're recognizing that now, so that's good. I do appreciate in 15.2 that there's 6 months to terminate the agreement, because I think that we got to this tonight because we communicated. So if it's not working, we have an out. So, and I think that's important because we have to stay on the same page if this is gonna work for us in the north.
Right.
So I'm glad to see that in there. And then I also see they put that other areas as dispatched, I guess that's their call, right? And my last final comment is that on the financial part where it says the current calendar year and in the 4 years, you have to project your expenses. I really hope that you're gonna have some big expenses in there for them when we're gonna have to put all the supplies in that brand new fire hall.
I'm sure they would.
Perfect. I'm supporting this, Mayor Smith, gladly.
Thank you, Councillor Saul.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be supporting as well. As I mentioned last week, it shouldn't have been this hard. It's as you mentioned, Mayor Smook, about the number, or Anthony, the number of years that this took. At the end of the day, even though I'm glad we're at this point, it still leaves a bad taste in my mouth in regards to how we had the length of time it took to get here, the disrespect, I believe, that was shown to the city of Thompson, to the north from this department. In my opinion, attempts to try and divide and conquer. It just left a real bad taste in my mouth, and I think we only managed to get here because we managed to stick together, and as mentioned by Councillor Valentino, communication was key. Between us, our staff, our department, and these things are in agreement. Yeah, we're gonna have to continuously assess it. I'd like to think that it's a nice, smooth sailing here, but my feelings are that we're gonna have to continue to fight to make sure that Shared Health enforces, that we enforce all the stuff that's in here. Because quite frankly, I don't trust them, and I'll say it quite out loud. But yes, I fully support this. I think it's good for our staff, for the department, for the city of Thompson as a whole. But we will have to be vigilant when it comes to this agreement. So, thank you.
Yeah, any other conflict, Councillor Wong?
Thank you, Madam. I personally, I look at this agreement, it's no different than 7 years ago when they expired. So the only thing that might be changes a bit of the wording. I'm more concerned about is like the ceiling. If number page 37.5. What does that mean? I don't. Okay, I try to read the 44 pages. Every time when I go halfway, I will fall asleep. I try to read it twice. I try to understand every term of it. But the only way I can accept this deal is like they're willing to take over all the financial collection, billing and all that. I said it before, I said it again. The biggest problem we have is like we have outstanding amount we cannot collect. At the end, it's a burden to the taxpayer to cop off the difference. So I don't know if this agreement we change that perspective or not. I don't see the section yet unless the administration can point it out to me.
then I will feel more comfortable. And another thing is I like to see the agreement to me is like we do the job, we do not take care of any funding, any collection, and every time we go out, we get paid for that. That would be the way that I like to see, because we are doing a favor to the province. We don't need to have this, because it become a burden to us and overwork. I'm worried about that, and other parties are overworked. Are we gonna get the people up here to do the job? That's another question I really worry about. It's fine and dandy right now, we try to move forward. We try to move forward after we waited so long. But physically, I'm worried about our staff, our firefighter or the EMS person. We have a challenge if they, let's say, overwork. Another last piece is I look at the report. How are we gonna generate that revenue to take care of the business? It doesn't say that. So those are the few things that I'm worried. Unless someone can point it out to me, then I probably would change my mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony.
So billing and collections will still be the responsibility of the city of Thompson, so that would be done internally. Though there are provisions, I believe, in there that if there's any bad debt through FNIP, that debt is then taken care of through a process with the province. So I believe they included that provision in the agreement.
May I? Again, it happened to us before we negotiate with the province. At the end, we had to write it off because they do not honor the amount. That's what they did it before to us. When I was in the 12 years term, we did that before. That's why I don't trust them about that. Yes, happened to us. It's not like something I never seen, never experienced. Maybe I can dupe me, but not this time. That happened to us. It happened to us before. This denied, and now we have to write off over $1 million. So that is a problem. Unless they can change those wording or make sure they assure us to get those money, otherwise it cannot. It's no way I can accept this kind of a deal again. It happened before. I don't want it to happen again.
And I don't think any of us want this to happen.
He can fool me first time, shame on you. Fool me second time, shame on myself. That's how I look at it.
Thank you. Is there any other comments from councillor? Councillor Chong?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. My question is, this agreement, I want to know whether the fire or emergency department, what do they think about it? Do they think it's acceptable or not acceptable?
Anthony?
Now, the meetings that I've had with the union leadership have been supportive of this. I'm not sure if Chief Benson has any comments.
Can I?
Anthony said the meetings he's had have been fine. Chief Benson hasn't had any complaints, and we have a huge representation of Thompson Fire and Emergency Services in our room tonight. So I'm hoping that they're here so that we can start moving forward in, a new era of change for them and service.
So in other words, they kind of happy about having this agreement?
My understanding is that the union and the membership is in support.
And I see some nodding heads in the audience, sir.
Okay, so in other words, I'm going to support it then.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, this has been a long time coming back to, 2018, 2019, when we had the fire paramedic program that was that train people for the north. Then a couple of years ago, when we had to make the tough decision to go to fire only, when there was no, no basically agreement with shared help to provide us. I do believe that between Chief Benson, since he has come here, and Captain Campbell and that, they have worked very hard together to make sure that we're doing right by Thompson Fire and Emergency Services. And by no means do I really feel 100% confident that the province is going to just jump through here. But it's our duty to keep them in line to make sure that it happens. And I think by doing this agreement, it's our foot in the door. We still continue to negotiate with them to get the best for all our Thompson Fire and Emergencies for the city of Thompson. We still only have one ambulance bay at the hospital. these are all things that every time we get in front of them that we mention. And the upgrades that we need, the province is committed to the study for a new fire hall. That's the start. We can't let it stop there. We have to make sure that that continues to the new fire hall. And same with our CMP services. So it's all stuff that we've all worked on, basically the 12 years that we've been on council. And it's finally, I think we're coming to see fruition. And yes, we are a little bit leery because we've waited so long to get it. But let's take this as our foot in the door and that we're moving forward in a positive way. Councilor Wong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I still never heard a word that is what I don't want to see. But I want to be a team player, I want to prove myself right. So I will support this resolution, just to move forward for this. And I hope I'm wrong this time, okay? And again, the biggest problem is I cannot trust what they are doing. I cannot trust them, what they say, because they always find a way to break the contract. Anyways, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And I appreciate the fact that you're going to support it so that we are showing that we're supporting the service in our city. With that, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Thank you. Carried unanimously. Definitely a great. That was the last in our agenda. I'd like to thank everybody that was involved with the Winter Games last week. It was absolutely fantastic from, our administration, our counselors, Ian, he was everywhere, to the fire paramedics that I saw out at the games and that, and wandering the halls and helping and volunteering. All the volunteers are citizens of Thompson, as usual, came up, stepped up to the plate. I heard nothing but great things. And what it did, we did have provincial. We had, Minister Samard, Minister Kennedy, Minister Smith, all came through and didn't just go to the games. They checked out the fire department, the Well Variety Center, the crisis center. Minister Reed come in and closed the games, checked out the courthouse system, and they all had meetings with us. So definitely we're being recognized in the province in a positive way. And we just need to keep up that positive dialect and make sure we keep our foot in the door, so to speak. So thank you all. Thank you all for tonight. Thanks to, Nick DiVirgilio and the newest baby in town. It's just been a fantastic evening. So with that, I'll call for adjournment. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, Councillor Valentino, all in favor? We are adjourned. Thanks, folks.
Still have a short grade, how do you get to that?
Okay. Councillors, we're here for an endeavor.
Council Khan, we will join using the other link.
No, we can do it this one.
So.